Yeah, I think homes for me is really special. I think it creates family. It's where we all feel comfortable, and so it's nice to be part of people's journey. It's nice to have one yourself. I think that this could be Australia's best house because for me, it's when you get something just right, and sometimes you don't know why that is, but I think when you get the right house on the right block with the right orientation that captures the light, that gives a house warmth, and you tie that in from landscaping to colour selections to furniture to the view, that's the difference sometimes between a house and a home, and I think this house does it in spades.
Okay, so walking in, I noticed some Hampton-style cladding and then some gorgeous brickwork that's a little more country, a little more rural. And as I've walked into the house, it all makes sense because this is absolutely a gorgeous hybrid of country living, beach living, and I guess that speaks to the location because we're in the Shoalhaven area, aren't we? Which is essentially
absolutely.
just
So we're not far to the beach. We're in the rolling hills of Tapatali, and we got to showcase something that I think is that mixture. It is that blend of some cladding, some brickwork, but some natural tones with some hardwood flooring, some stone that really ties in from the outside in.
Now let's set the view aside for a second because the rake ceiling not only draws the eye to the view, but it's also acting like a really natural meeting point. I gravitate towards that area, and I think that's the perfect place for the family to gather.
Obviously the kitchen's the hub of the home. So, we've got this house has the wings that all gravitate towards that hub, and to then highlight that with the rake ceiling, I think it really does amplify that feeling of drawing everyone in, and that's what we want to achieve.
Well, speaking of wings, where should we head first? Master bedroom, kids?
Starting the kids and then let's set up with the master.
Let's do it. Okay, so this is now the third full-size living room that I've seen, and if you count that other room at the front that we said could be, whatever you wanted it to be, you could have up to 4 full-size living rooms in this place.
Yeah, and I think flexibility is really important in the modern day. So when we head to this end of the house, you've got options. This could either be a kids area, a guest retreat. We could section this off and you could add a little kitchenette and make it a multi-generational sort of living space as well. And I think that really suits that modern day.
The only place that we haven't seen is the master wing, which is again, that luxury of space if you want it away from the family. So I cannot wait to go and check that out.
Let's have a look.
Scale was not a limitation when you were building this house, was it? Because we are standing in the master bedroom, and again, like all the other zones, it is so beautifully proportioned and just really spacious.
No, I couldn't agree more. I think when we work on ratios, it's that feeling that something's right, and you can't necessarily put your finger on it, but when we've worked this, it's making sure the master bedroom particularly has those ratios, and I think this house warrants having some of that grandeur, a bit of space, but also that privacy. So if you want to tuck away from the kids and then option to go out onto the opening lawn and have a bottle of wine, look back to the hills.
We mentioned at the front of the home, that it was a mix between country and coastal, but also the finishes that you've selected in that bathroom, they're quite modern as well, so we're really ticking a lot of boxes. You're not bound by anything here. You could furnish it however you liked. You can go in any direction and it's going to work.
Someone could come into this house and they could change colour palettes by their artwork.
Yes.
So we want soft, natural, earthy tones that then blend with what we're trying to achieve, but then someone could put their own stamp on it by coming in with their own artwork.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for showing me through this home. It has been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
If you're going to build a house that's coastal meets country, you want to place it right where the coast meets the country. This home has been thoughtfully built with proportion and family living in mind.